Живее снимай оковы. Пусть бедолага хоть поест по-людски.
Не нравится мне все это. А если он сбежит? За него же кучу монет платят.
Да брось ты! Его везли неделю, он ни разу не взбрыкнул. С чего ему сейчас удирать? А я вот все в толк не возьму. Как этот доходяга умудрился вывести из себя королеву Зерикани?
Да она же просто Мегера. Ведьма натуральная. Настоящее проклятие.
Ладно, хватит о ней. Что ты там рассказать-то хотел? Историю какую-то? Помнишь, пока мы в карты резались?
Да, почему бы и не рассказать историю, раз уж речь зашла об одной королеве.
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Meve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Meve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Hail, Your Majesty! Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right, speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty. Straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon...
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collector...
So the gold?
It's stolen, Your Grace. But I shall do all in my power to recover it. This, I...
After weeks in the saddle, Your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Thought it were bandits riding in.
Milka. They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight, sketch it out for you.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
We'll catch 'em all!
A lesson in humility coming now.
This office.
The strays took tail and run.
They are.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the horns! May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for it. Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
One bolt I need.
The chase is on!
Give me a target.
I congratulate you on your latest victory.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Neve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the Pearl of the North. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve. A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace.
Has it always been thus with you?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, my lady?
I don't. But would gladly...
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start. Not by merit, but by birth. The respect to earn that respect became my driving aim. And to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched. That he failed to think through. And yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer, the court-martial, took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then...
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right. I thank you for sharing that tale, Rain. Alas, I've come to fear villain might simply...
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should... Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ansaeus will demonstrate more wit. It's time I attended to other
pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. They told me, Lyria's a wild...
Gods of mercy! Whatever is this filth? Broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some man...
Raymond, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of...
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
One bolt.
So fortunate we routed the beast.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They
Give me a tiding.
Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Friend.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! There! Yet another abomination.
No, that stench.
Our ballista, your command.
Her Majesty is exceptional. The beast hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Many trees we've felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires. They call themselves strays? Well, we'll treat them like we build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar. Do you near no bandits here? Not surprising, neither, for we build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar.
The masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've... Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them back to raise an hand against the Queen. Thank you for listening to this tired bag of... Milady, the masks they wear. Have you seen them? They're fangs, snouts, horns. Proper nightmare.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them...
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question...
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and title.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty.
Have mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen...
Meave extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly.
No. We shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guard!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, no how.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold...
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So, the bandits, whom do they follow?
Him, milady. We've seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke...
My, a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where...
Thou recall, Imogen? What the name? A Gleaton or...
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies...
Sound the horns. Have the men form up.
Milady! I'll be no higher for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
Leave them be. The harvest draws close.
Oh, milady. Thanks be to you, thanks be.
Pray she watches over yours. Should I hear of you sheltering bandits again, of you lying to my officers, I shall return and put torch to every hut, field and orchard.
Meave set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust.
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, Your Grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept. That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
Give me a target. Arbalist at your command.
The bluff crumble!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
One bolt. Give me a target. Arbalist at your command.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
The bluff crumbles!
Your Grace.
What now?
You're far fewer than...
Armor won't, sir. One bolt, all I need.
The wagon! Use the wagon!
We've come through...
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttresses doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.